So, main thing focusing on today is impact and the path of that golf club into impact. As you saw from the videos that you sent me, your path was very much kind of coming from out here with the driver, swinging sort of somewhere to the left to target, and the ball and sort of curving way off to the right there. So these movements you'll see now are more exaggerated practice swings. So the face-on ones with the iron, but again, doesn't really make much difference, the same kind of movement, okay? From the top of the backswing here, we're getting a good position now, nice hip turn, nice shoulder turn there. This hip is going to go that way, that's in the left hip. This shoulder is going to go that way, and then the blue line that represents the right shoulder is going to go down underneath, like a sort of underneath pebble skimming style sort of finish. As you come into the golf ball here now, you can see that right shoulder sort of from behind your head dropping down, the left shoulder going up, and the hip going there. That would be kind of your impact position that we're looking to try and achieve, okay? So lead arm there, nicely extended, club face now down here, you've got a nice spine angle there at impact. Shaft is matching up with the back leg, and if you watch guys on TV, that is sort of the thing they're looking for in terms of a good impact. And then from there, we'll just release it through. Now, obviously, in the practice swing, we'll exaggerate in this move as much as we can. What we don't want to see is your shots at the golf ball finishing with the club face here. The club face at this point now sort of unhinged and released over your shoulder into that full follow through that you'd normally have. Okay, so there's kind of your practice movements, exaggerating that left hip sliding, arms are just going to fall down, get into that good impact position. When the golf ball gets there, as we'll see, same good backswing, which is to be expected obviously, same good shoulder turn, club going back, club now starting to work a little bit more over the top here as we come back in, but not as much in the past, and impact is between there and there. So we sort of think, well, so that's your hand position after impact, and that your hand position before impact. It'd be fairly logical for us to say that your impact position with your hand is probably somewhere there, yeah? Which if we draw that from there now, if I go just past there, here, shoulder, arm and hands, very, very good. Okay, so it's a good strike position, ball fizzing off the club face. We do stop this swing here now, get a bit restricted, but not too bad, okay? This is the best one really from down the line, obviously based on the video and the photograph I sent back to you with your driver. When you get the top of the backswing here now, the club will just go whoop, whoop, way over the top, and actually sort of be coming down through your head. We had a look at sort of the clip here in terms of the where you were going. You can see the impact position there with your shoulder, and obviously the movement we had when you were coming back down, your club face, I think it was the first movement when you came back down, or the first frame from the top of the backswing, this neck there, you can see the club face at that position is actually above your head. Now the camera's a bit lower for you, so it would give that impression there's something anyway, but I'm pretty sure you can agree if we look at this position here now where that club's coming down, it's a very different position to where you were on that one there. That's very outside the line, as in over to the right, steep, and chopping that ball way to the left. Okay, so I'll just pop that on the side as an example we can see from the video. As you come in the golf ball here now, that right arm now, so this position, your shoulders you can see now are just off to the right, this right arm is nice underneath the left, and the club's back here. It's from there now we'll just snap the club and unhinge the wrist to square the club face up. What you do is sort of pull the handle through a little bit, but by the time the club gets back to the golf ball, your shoulders now are a little bit to the left as you the golf ball, okay? But with the practice that we can do with this, we're going to see now when you come to the golf ball a very, very different transition. So there's your top of your backswing, same good position as you were on the video on the left there. But as your club comes back to the golf ball here now, that's a very, very different. I think your hands are just above your hips there, so on the video your hands are probably there somewhere. I mean, that's just chalk and cheese. I mean, that club's going from a very, very different position. Club now is coming in from more on the inside path. There's impact there now. Again, as I said, slightly heeling, but not too bad. And then you sort of stay down a little bit long and don't we sort of complete the swing or commit to the swing. But the path is certainly straighter, and we can see that golf ball there now sort of sailing down the range. Not a long shot because you want to stop. It's not really slicing and disappearing. Whereas the one on the picture you sent me, the ball had disappeared behind your leg over there somewhere. It was about 30 or 40 yards. Yeah, was a bit miss-hit probably. But again, the path of your golf ball was certainly too far out to the left there. So the sensation for you in your practice is to over-exaggerate it really when you're doing these things. Okay, so you'll swing back, feel the left shoulder going up, the right side sort of staying back and underneath, left hip going towards target. So you start that underneath pebble skimming style kind of feeling. Then when you step to the golf ball, trying to encourage you to say, okay, right, I'm hitting the golf ball now. I've done the practice moves. I've got that feeling. 3, 2, 1. and hit. Don't sort of stop and resist, keep the head down too long, or any of those kind of things, okay? But otherwise, the movement there looking better. That last being a bit ground first, if you think, is actually a good sign, because the shape of shot means the club came more from this direction, because it was a bit right to left, yeah? There's no way you can get that shape of shot if the club is coming from outside of the previous swing on the range you sent me was doing, okay? So we're getting this shoulder to work underneath better. Exaggerate the impact feeling, though, as much as you can, okay? So when you come to actually hit the golf ball, okay, it doesn't need to be that exaggerated, but you'll kind of go from where you are there to where you were with the previous swing and find a middle ground somewhere. So, make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Good man. Very, very good, buddy, okay?